Well, hello, sunshine. Laura Ashley Abraham here. So, this is something I have been wanting to do for a while. I wanted to deliver messages to you about readings that I've done, spirit messages that have come through. I've been writing them down, keeping, some of them, like I have like a journal and I keep track of some stories. But usually when I'm doing readings, it's like it just goes through me. And there are times where I won't remember what had come through after the reading. So these are some that I really wanted to share with you because I feel like they were so interesting and unique. Now, we all get messages from spirit, from our loved ones, from our angels and guides. They can be different depending on whatever it is that your loved one is trying to tell you. And how they communicate, for instance, like through numbers, through spirit animals, those are all things that a lot of us, you've heard me talk about. And when I do readings, that's a lot of what will come up as well. But these are a little bit different. That's why I really wanted to share these with you. So, one of the stories that when I was doing a reading recently, um, it was really interesting because sometimes I don't know, some of you may or may not know this, but when I'm getting ready to do a reading, sometimes spirit will pick out my clothes or they will pick out my jewelry. For instance, I had a mother one time tell me to go and change because she didn't like what I was wearing. So I did. And there are times actually throughout the day when I'm doing readings that I will change outfits, change my clothes because I just feel energetically like I'm supposed to wear something else or a different color. And it's really interesting how that will show up in readings for me. So this particular day, I was getting ready, and most of you know that this is a new necklace. I have not worn this. This is something my sister gave me recently. But when I say recently, I have been wearing, let me back up a little bit because I've been wearing a necklace that my daughter gave me. I should have grabbed it, but I don't have it here. It's kind of like a triangle, and I've been wearing it for probably about at least 3 years every day. Um, it just felt energetically like the one that I wanted to wear, and that's what I've been doing. So this was a new necklace, but my sister gave this to me, I think it was at Christmas time. So that would be like 3, 4 months ago. And out of the blue, I'm getting ready to do this reading, and I feel this nudge to wear this necklace. So what do I listen to spirit. Okay. They tell me what to do and I do it. So I'm doing this reading for this lady. And as I'm doing the reading, there are and I don't want to give too much away. I know that I had talked about this with her and just saying that this was something that I would like to share, but I'm not going to, obviously say names or too much details. But there were two males that had come through that had passed tragically, and they were like 20, like teens to 20-year olds. And they came through together. And it was really interesting because what was happening during the reading is they were telling me different things. They were kind of going back and forth, and they were showing me how they were together on the other side for my client. And I was explaining kind of what they were showing and what they were talking about and how they were coming through. And as I'm talking or as they're bringing forward messages, I see in my mind's eye wings, angel wings. And it doesn't occur to me until after this, like after told her I'm seeing angel wings. And I said, as I'm delivering the message, what I see is that they were transitioning to the other side. They had been waiting to deliver this message to her. And I believe it had been a few years, possibly, at least for one of the males that had passed. They were waiting to talk to her and to deliver the messages to her. And what happened during the reading is that they literally got their wings. And it makes me emotional now just talking about it because it was so incredible to see them get their wings during this reading. And beforehand, I didn't even know what this meant until I did the reading. So, I delivered the message. It was beautiful. And it's an amazing thing to be able to see spirit cross to the other side, because they have so much love for us and wanting us to be happy and wanting us to be okay. And sometimes they can't fully transition to the other side until they deliver their message, because they have, whatever it is, hurt us, or somehow we are a channel to deliver a message to someone else that needs the message. There are so many reasons. And that day, those two gentlemen, ended up getting their wings. And they were telling me that that was going to happen before I even did the reading, and I had no idea. So these angel wings now mean so much to me. And that was the first day that I wore them, and I will be wearing these for a while, I'm sure. But I wanted to share that story with you because it was so profound. But they ended up getting their wings, and they ended up going to transitioning to the other side. So it was just so beautiful. And so that, for instance, would be a way for them coming through to her at some point as a message. She may see angel wings, and that will be her sign to know that they're with her. And that could also be your sign too. Maybe in the next couple of days, you see angel wings. This is coming through to let you know your loved ones are with you too. So if you do see angel wings, that's a message from them. And there's another story too that I wanted to share with you. Um, and this one's a little bit different, but this is why a lot of times, when I'm teaching classes or I'm talking to people and I'm doing coaching and I'm explaining how spirit works, because I do help to coach people to understand symbols and how spirit communicates with us, how our angels communicate, our loved ones. And when I'm talking and explaining things, like I said, usually the symbols are pretty similar of what sometimes spirit's going to bring forward. And it can vary depending on the person, but spirit will come forward for me, and they will show me things before a reading, just like they did with the angel wings, but this was a little bit different. So this is what I want you to remember, is when you're going about your day, you may have things pop in your head, and we don't always know what the meaning of it. Why is it popping in our head? But there's a reason. So I want you to be paying attention to this. And if this happens to you or something shows up, please reach out to me and message me. I'd love to know your story. So I had time between a reading, and I needed to run up to Target. So I ended up, going to Target. And while I'm there, I had to buy a few things, but I kept seeing fabric softener. I kept seeing, the Snuggle fabric softener in my mind. And I kept thinking, I don't need fabric softener. I don't need that. Why? And I kept thinking, it kept popping in. I'm like, I know I have enough. I don't need any fabric softener. So I'm just going about my shopping, and like I said, it kept popping up, but I kept just dismissing it and ignoring it. And the other thing that kept popping in too was like hot chocolate. I kept like craving hot chocolate. And I don't drink hot chocolate. I love it, but I don't drink it. I mean, long time. So very rare will I. Anyways, that was very random. So I just dismiss it because this kind of stuff happens to me a lot. So, but I didn't make the connections. So I do the reading. So my next reading, and I'm talking to her, and um, her dog comes through, and I was saying that there was a dog that was on the other side. And do you know what the dog's name was? Snuggles. Snuggles, like the fabric softener. I was like, no, that's why I kept seeing Snuggle fabric softener, because that was the name of the dog. The dog was communicating with me before I was even doing the reading. And like I said, I didn't make the connection because there will be things that they bring forward for me even before a reading, which I thought was so cool. Um, they are always surprising me every time I do a reading. And then again, with the hot chocolate, that was something, I forget how that connected, but like her loved one, or she had just had hot chocolate or something. She was just drinking it. There was some connection with that too, where that was significant also. So my point is that I want to just leave you with these spirit messages. I want to start sharing some of these stories with you because I love them, and I feel like they help us to understand more and more how spirit communicates, how our loved ones communicate with us, that they're always around us and they want us to know that. And if these stories can help you in any way, it's why I want to share them. Also, I would love to hear you share your stories too. If there's anything, something unique or different in how your loved ones have connected with you, that might help somebody else. So if you wouldn't mind, you could reach out to me. You can post in the comments, below the video. Please do that. If this is on Facebook, please post on Facebook under the video and just let me know how your loved ones or how spirit has communicated with you in a really unique way. Because again, your story may help somebody else to be able to understand how their loved ones are communicating with them. And it gives us an understanding also of how during your day, you may start having things pop into your head and wondering, where is that coming from? So start to pay attention to that, because that is a lot of times how our loved ones are communicating with us and bringing forward messages. So I just want to leave you with that. Thank you so much. I just wanted to share quick stories with you, and I'm going to start continuing to do that. Going forward, please comment. Please let me know how this has helped you and your thoughts about it. And also, if you're interested in doing a reading, reach out to me. If you're interested in doing coaching, I can help you to learn how to interpret messages and connect with your angels and your guides. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day. And if you didn't get a chance to watch the energy forecast video, go back. That should have been posted on March 29th. And that gives you an overview of what you can expect for the beginning of April. And anyways, thank you so much and take care. Love you. Lots of love being sent your way.